What's up, warriors? Welcome to another Bitcoin price update. Let's talk a little bit about this dump that is happening here on the Bitcoin price. As you can see, this is the volume profile that I set up from basically last year, okay? The beginning of last year to now. As you can see, this price right now, the 58 to 47, 47,000 to 48,000 level was a super major resistance level, okay? Now, if we zoom in there, as you can see, it was the point of control here. From there, okay, the thing was that we tried to reach it, okay, but we were not successful in breaking through it, so we end up closing below it, okay. And this was a major red flag when you saw this, right? Because the point of control is very since this was since last year, is super resistance, okay. Since we were not able to close above it, that means that we were going back down, okay. From there, we have this Fibonacci level here, which is around that 42,990 that was holding us as support. But as you can see, it's not like major support. It's just, some type of support, right? And I was telling people like, hey, listen, this one here, we might have a little bounce, and we did. You can see just a little one, okay? But if we cannot hold this level, okay, the next one is around that 39,700 or so to 39,000 section, which is over here, okay. We have had different sections here that we have bounced from. So right now, what I'm looking at is to see if we're going to be able to bounce from this section, okay. If we can do that, then I can probably see us probably coming down here, maybe doing a wick or something, try to get liquidity, and then try to bounce back up. First one is going to be this major resistance, and then try to back up to this point of control, okay. Now if we can bounce to this point of control and break through it, then yes, we can see ourselves moving back up to around the 52 to 58,000 area. But until then, right now, we are over here, okay? This level means that we need to first see the reaction around this section. If we can break through this, then yes, we can see ourselves moving up from here. If not, then we're gonna continue moving back down, okay? And the next section around, in reality, as you can see, you do have this level here, but it's not that much, okay? That's around the 37,600 or so to 700, okay. Reality is that we might come back down to this 34,500 area. All right, that's right here, okay, from 35 to 40 35 to 35,000, okay. And unfortunately, if we cannot hold that, as you can see, we have this right here, which is around that 30,800 to 29,000 or so, okay. So if we cannot hold any of this, then what we are looking at is this major support, okay. One thing you have to understand is, yes, we have support levels all throughout this, right? Every thousand or so, you have some type of point of control for that week, for that day, for that month, whatever it is. But major supports are, these huge levels here that have been well respected. As you can see, look at this, bam, 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 and we never broke up below it, and we continue moving back up. So you need to understand that, right? This is a super major support level. Now, if we cannot hold that, well, then, we're in big trouble, right? The next levels are around that 23,000 section, and then from there around the 18 or so, and then around the 13 to $10,000, right? But we're not there now, so don't even worry about that. Right now is we are in this section around that 40,500 right now, and what I can see yourself moving to is basically around this section right here first, okay. Let's worry about this first, which is around that 39,800 to 39,000 section, okay. Let's see what the reaction is going to be. I will not preset anything here. What I will wait for is to be watching it on a smaller time frame. Let's say you can do the 5 or the 15 minutes or so and see what is happening. Is there's volume coming in? Because let's say you do preset here, right? And then let's say that you get filled, but then it looks like it's pumping and then boom, it dumps back down. And you didn't put no stop loss, you don't have nothing in place. Well, now you're at loss, right? So this is why you want to wait. You want to see what's going on. Can we close above it? Let's say if there's a wick like this one here, right? Let's say that this happens here, bam, and then you close above it and then you start moving back up. Well, then you can go. You don't have to worry about timing the exact low. You can just see if there's strength moving back up. We're moving, to the upside. Well, then you can always get in around here, right? And then from there, you're in a winning trade, and then you can move back up to around this 42,900. And if we can try to go to another test of this 48,000, we can possibly break it. Remember, the more times you keep testing that level, the likeliness it is that we'll break it. Okay, so right now we might come back for another test here from this low, and then hopefully we can close above it. And if we can, then we are going to be able to see around that 50 to 52,000. And if we can break those levels again, we can come back down to around at least the 45,000. As you can see, this is the next level of the value area high from last year, okay, so which is super respected. Okay, so now actually let me see if this has moved. All right, let's look at this here. Let's see. Nope, still the same. All right, so we're still there, still the same. Nothing has moved. So this is what we are looking for right now. Okay, so from there, we're just going to make sure that you don't preset anything. And if you do preset something, just make sure that you do have a stop loss invalidation, because if it does go, the opposite way, you're going to be at a big loss if you were not able to get out in time. All right, so I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Okay, I've been telling you guys, like, hey, we see weakness here. I'm going short. Okay, and we've been in a successful short ever since. I did tell you guys, like, hey, this is some support, but it's not strong support. Most likely we're going to break through it if we cannot hold it, and this is the next high support level. Okay, if we can hold this level and close above it and then continue going back up, then we can see ourselves hopefully trying to come back up to retest this 48,000 section. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that we're going to hold it. What can happen is we could try it again and then fail and then come back down. All right, but if we can close above this point of control here, and we can close above it, maybe dance around here for a little bit, then continuing back up, then yes, we can see ourselves moving to the 52 to 55,000 section. And if not, then of course we're going to come back down, or maybe range here for a while until Bitcoin decides on what direction it wants to go. Okay, again, understand, this is a major support level, but I will not preset anything. I will wait for volume, see what's going on, and see if we're gonna break through it below. Then you want to wait for lower so you can get in there, okay? And then you can start, even if you start seeing, let's say an example, let's say that we do break below this, right? And we come down to this section around the 37,000 to the 35,000 area, and you're dancing around, then you start seeing to move back up. Okay, well then now you have a better understanding that now Bitcoin found the low. Now we can start moving back to the upside, right? But until then, you do need to be careful, because you don't want to just get in here and then have a losing trade right away, because right now we're in a downtrend. Okay, we are on a bearish structure. Once we broke this point of control, the structure changed, and then we moved down to bearish once we broke this section. Okay, so I hope you understand this. I hope you have a game plan. Remember, watch for the reaction. Always protect your capital. Always have a trading plan. If you don't have a trading plan, do not trade. If this is for the long term, where you're not worried about it for 5-10 years, well, then, you know, you can do whatever you want. But if you are trading, especially if you're using leverage, just make sure you're careful. Make sure you protect your capital. That's rule number one. And rule number two is that if you don't have a trading plan, do not trade. And remember, always have a bearish and a bullish scenario, so then you can always be quick to take action on whatever the trend is doing. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little video here. Update. It's Monday. Let's kill it. Let's make some money. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just me giving you some educational purposes training. I'm not a financial advisor, and we only use paper trades in this channel. All right. So I hope you have a great day. Enjoy. Make sure that if you're not a subscriber, you subscribe, like the video, and comment below, and I'll respond back. And I'll see you on the next video. And remember, let the profits come to you.